Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF44 coming at you with another video. Okay, so basically, it's a lot of complicated stuff surrounding what happens next with the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is why um, Dennis Schröder is the holdup from the Lakers getting Buddy Yield. Essentially, what the Lakers have in place is a deal for Buddy Yield to be included in the Russell Westbrook trade. The problem is we need to find someone who can take Schroeder's value and provide it into the deal for us. That's the problem. Nobody wants Schroeder. Nobody wants this dude. He has talked his way, embedded his way into being someone that no one wants to touch. This is kind of what happens sometimes when your representation or yourself inflates your value so much to where no team wants to touch you because they think you're never going to be happy. It's not only about whether or not they want to pay you your crazy price. It's that they think you're crazy. They think you're crazy yourself. They think that you're going to be a problem. They think maybe you could be a distraction somehow. The signs are there based on the request. So it's like, this is kind of what I think may be going on with Dennis Schröder. Because it's not like this guy can't play basketball. Don't be ridiculous. If you think that he couldn't help some team, he can help every team. He could even help our team. Just not at the price that he wants to be paid and not coming off the way that we just seen him in these playoffs. He didn't look good in these playoffs. And you could look back at his entire body of work and see only a few blemishes like that in his entire career. So I don't expect him to come out and stink it up or something. This is somebody who plays basketball very well, who does what he does very well, and shouldn't have any problem fitting a team and being extremely productive within whatever role you give him. But it's that price tag, man. Nobody wants that price tag. And to be honest with you, most of the teams who need a point guard who can facilitate. They need Alonzo Ball. They need somebody like that. The teams that need shooting point guards already have them. So that's the issue that Schroeder's running into. He may end up having to take significantly less money. So that's really what's going on, man. He would have to agree to a sign and trade to help the Lakers. That's another thing. So it's like while he's trying to figure out where he's going to play, the Lakers are hoping he can find a deal, hoping that deal would be enough to work into this deal so that Buddy Yield can be a part of our deal. So it's very complicated. I don't doubt that it's possible. Luckily enough, we have Rob Pelinka in place. That's an agent / GM, so he understands fully what all needs to happen in order for this to take place. And if it wouldn't be possible, we would have been moved on from it. But the Dennis Schröder situation is kind of sad to me. That situation feels sad because it's just like, when you have confidence, you believe in yourself, you work your way to this point in your career, and it's like people are putting a cap on your potential. They're telling you you're only as good as they believe you to be. And while that may be accurate, that's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I mean? That's a hard pill to swallow for anybody to have to come around and say, yo, my best ain't the best. My good ain't good enough. And while most of us understand our limitations, there are those individuals in this world that just do not. They don't know their own value until something like this happens, and it's like, they gotta deal with that. They gotta live with that. And it's like now they're being lowballed because of it. You know what I mean? So that Dennis Schröder situation just seems kind of sad. And it seems to me like he's trying to work his way back to the Lakers. He's kind of posting stuff, supporting his teammates and things like that. And it's like, brother, you didn't bidded yourself off the Lakers. Lakers don't want you back. And it ain't really nothing you can do. You know what I mean? You just got to find somewhere to go. And you ain't gonna get no $150 million. You ain't gonna get $100 million. You ain't gonna get $80 million. And now, with everything that's going on, you probably ain't gonna get $60 million. So it's like this is ugly. And the thing about it for us, again, we need him to leave. Like, we can't have him pulling a DeMar DeRozan saying, "Oh, I'll come back to the Lakers for a mid-level exception." Nah. We need you to find a good deal so that we can take that deal and bring it into ours, as I've already said. So that's so rough. It's a stretch. You know what I mean? Whether or not we'll be able to pull this off really just determines what type of deal he's able to find. Now, Chicago is a team that's been rumored to be interested in possibly paying him, but they got an $80 million offer sheet waiting for Lonzo Ball to sign. So we got to see that play itself out, possibly, in order to know what's going on with Dennis Schroeder. Because if that Lonzo Ball contract gets matched by the Pelicans, which it won't, then that would leave Schroeder open to sign with the Bulls, and possibly we could work out a deal with the Bulls to try to get this thing done. Maybe Schroeder looks at the fact that maybe there's a team like the Pelicans who will need a point guard now that a guy like Lonzo Ball is leaving. Dallas is a team that you look at for Schroeder as well, because they're trying to go after Kyle Lowry. It's only one Kyle Lowry, several teams who want him. So whoever doesn't get Kyle Lowry should be interested in possibly getting Schroeder. But at what price? So this is going to take its time. You know, you got to see these dominoes fall in order to kind of know where Schroeder can land. So, yeah, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Lowry, we expect those guys to be signed first. So this isn't going to be done anytime soon. This will not be over anytime soon. Unless some other team comes around and gets involved that we don't see coming. But as somebody who kind of thinks about this stuff a lot and is canvassing the landscape, I don't see nothing out there for Schroeder until these situations are solved. If I was a betting man or a guessing man, I'd probably say I'd say a team that doesn't have Kyle Lowry will get him, you know, like Dallas. If Dallas swings and misses on Kyle, I think he can land there. You know what I mean? Because I know Dallas is opening up cap space, and that's who they're targeting. But he's definitely not going back to Toronto, so you can be for certain that Kyle Lowry's on the move. So that part we can be certain of. And there's not many places he can go. So that's one thing we could look at. It's not a whole lot of places these point guards can go. So it narrows down what we're looking at. A team like the Clippers, keep an eye on. They do need a point guard. Rajon Rondo's older, stepping into what is this year? Who knows? Up in the teens. So I would imagine they don't want to start him at point guard. They still need to make sure they have facilitators down there. They may have gotten one in the draft. I don't know. I didn't pay attention, but I would imagine they want to start him point guard. So Dwight Howard is talking about coming back to the Lakers. That's one of the things that's going on. I'm hearing a lot about right now. Definitely welcome back as a fan, and he's kind of just exactly what we need. He should have never left in the first place. So we welcome D12 back, and hopefully we can get that done. Carmelo Anthony, same thing. Basically, the word is he's waiting on the call from the team. I would expect that call to come this year. I know we had some times in the past we were trying to figure out whether we wanted him or not. Last year wasn't quite there yet. This is the year. We definitely need to get Carmelo. He fits a need. It's a no-brainer. Rudy Gay pretty much is on board from what I understand. In fact, from what I understand, they expect him to be the first person signed. I think the commitment is almost all but signed already. So, yeah, I expect Rudy Gay to sign immediately on the 6th. Mid-level exception, probably. Who else? There were some other names, too. Some new names. Alec Burke, you guys have heard about. Wayne Ellington. Wayne Ellington is a name I'm hearing a lot. That's somebody who used to play for the Lakers. He's linked to us right now. He might be on board. Avery Bradley is a name that's been floating around big time. I might have already discussed him, but he's also somebody the Lakers are expecting to want to come here. So it's starting to form. You know, the team is starting to form. I hear Otto Porter Jr.'s name also. He's on the waiver wire. The Lakers may offer him something. and that would be wise. I think he fits what we're looking for. So, and probably would be willing to take a mid-level exception himself. It all depends on how many small forwards we can get. What happens with DeMar DeRozan? That'll determine whether or not that spot is open. So, yeah, it's a lot to look at, man. It's a lot to look at. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I think there was a few more things out there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. My name is BDF44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.